advise is to go down the socioeconomic chain. When you get started in network marketing, especially when you're not operating from a position of belief, which is really a great majority of people when they first get started, unless they got exposed to me tonight and got a chance to, hear those three questions, is you're operating kind of from a position of disbelief. And you're like, well, I'll go talk to my broke friends, but I'm not talking to my successful friends. No way, not me, not how. Well, why? Is there something wrong with them? No. Why? Because you're scared. Why? Why are you scared? Because you're scared of what they might think, say, or do because you're involved in MLM. No, again, it goes back to this whole thing. And I know I'm hitting a chord with everybody here because you can't kid a kidder. I've been doing this for 21 years as a distributor in the field. I didn't go read a book on MLM and go, hey, I want to be a speaker. This is all the stuff that I experienced. It's like, I want to talk to those people because if I do, what if they make fun of me? And what if they say something? I don't, especially the people that I have respect for in my center of influence, people that actually have the capacity. My broke friends that did nothing, I would go talk to them. That's easy. They don't have any money and they, probably couldn't do it anyhow, but it's like, just practice. It's easy. And then you avoid all the best people on your list. And the sad thing is what you think is the path of least resistance is actually the path of greatest resistance. It's the path of greatest resistance. See, when you go down the socioeconomic chain, if you look at that graphic, I know it's really high-tech. I'm kind of, high-tech, low-tech, kind of like that. I'm high-tech too, but what the heck, Right now I'm going to be low-tech, high-tech. If you look at that graphic, anything below, let's just say that anything below the line is going down the socioeconomic chain. In other words, going after people that we see as at or beneath us socioeconomically. And what happens is when you go down the socioeconomic chain, you're actually met with, people that are skeptical. Oh, I'm skeptical. And they always say it in that way, too. I'm skeptical. Why can't they just say I'm skeptical? What did I say? It's like, whatever. We'll figure that one out on another call. You're cracking me up, dude. I'm cracking myself up, man. But it's true, though. They're like, you go down the socioeconomic chain, and you're met with I'm skeptical. The glass is half empty, and they're broke. Is that really who you want in your business? They don't have the money to sign up. Oh, I love this. Go down the socioeconomic chain and say, hey, I like the opportunity, dude. But can you call me like in 6 months so I can get together $50 to get your kid? But I can't. I don't think I'll be buying no product. I ain't getting on no auto shit, man. That's just, really, you're looking to drive volume. You're looking to move products. You got to find people that can do what we do. And the thing is, that's what you're met with when you go down, when you go up. When you go up the socioeconomic chain once, you will never, ever go down the socioeconomic chain ever again because what you thought was the path of least resistance, going down the socioeconomic chain again, that's the path of greatest resistance. When you go up the socioeconomic chain, that's where it's easy. And I realize that look, again, you can't kid a kidder, you guys. I realize it because I've experienced it. I realize that the hesitancy that somebody might have, they're successful. I'm not yet. I don't have the money. I don't have the check. What if I don't know, will they make, I don't know what, so you avoid it. But you guys understand this. If you just do it once, and you go up the socioeconomic chain one time, what you're going to realize is that those are actually the nice people, Those are the ones that are like open. They're open and they're, you don't become successful because you're closed-minded. When you go up the socioeconomic chain, you find people that are open-minded. That glass is not half empty, it's half full. They have the money to get started and they have the center of influence that you require to help drive growth and perpetuate growth in an organization. They know people. Who's a person that's 17 years of age that's, stuffing shelves in a hardware store hanging out with versus somebody who's, 45 and an insurance agent or a professional salesperson or whatever they are. Who are they hanging out with? They're hanging out with like people. Who do you hang out with? The other thing is, think about this, you guys. Your net worth is going to be an average of the 5 or 6 people that you spend most of your time with. So who are you hanging out with? Look, you become like those you hang out with. If you want to bring in good people, then you go up the socioeconomic chain, and it's not hard. It's so easy. I'm going to show you guys how to do it. It's simple. not that tough. And it's so, and the other thing I'll say is this, when you go up the socioeconomic chain, like let's say, you know, and I know that all the roads are closed right now, okay? All the roads are closed, meaning you're going to, if you try to ask all these things that are going on in your mind, well, what happens, Todd, when they, you know, they're already successful, then they're stopped, they don't keep their mind open anymore? No, actually that's the reverse. The more successful you become, the more open you are to opportunity. The more successful you become, the more open you are to opportunities coming into your life. Because you've got to figure out, what am I going to do with my money? What am I going to do with my excess time? How can I diversify? How can I multiply? Very, very important points to make. So, you know, thinking that, oh, they're not open anymore is actually, unfortunately, wrong thinking as well. These are people that are more likely to be open to opportunity. And, you know, they also have a proven track record of success in their life, and you know they've proven that, hey, they see opportunity, they're willing to roll up their sleeves, they're willing to get to work, and that is really, quite frankly, a really good group of people to be going after for your network marketing opportunity. Now, to give you an example, and I like to exaggerate, and it's kind of fun because exaggerating sometimes, you know, I don't like to exaggerate earnings claims or checks or anything like that. It's not smart. Don't ever do that, in fact. But when it comes to making an example, I'll exaggerate a little bit. So let me give you this little example of the burger flipper versus the realtor. If I told you today, you got two choices. That's it. You can either recruit burger flippers from Jack in the Box, or you can recruit real estate agents. Who are you going to choose? Todd, come on, that's just Well, no, I understand the silliness of it, you know, obviously the realtor, but let's look at really why, okay? And I think we know the basic premise of why, but once you understand and we dig in here, you're really going to understand why this particular method is so effective. If you look at, for example, and this is, don't get stuck on realtors here. And I'm using the realtor as an example. There's multiple categories of professionals that actually teach people how to recruit into. That's just one example. But what's the realtor do every day in their business? Well, the realtor calls on people. They sell for a living. They prospect. They meet with people. That's what they do every day. What does the burger flipper do? The burger flipper flips burgers. And the most social that I ever was, and I can make fun of this example because, yes, that's exactly where I started, Jack in the Box. That was my first job at age 16. I upgraded to McDonald's after that, you know, big upgrade, that's cool. But the most social I was ever as a burger flipper at Jack in the Box was I'm sitting on the grill and flipping my burgers, and I look at the manager and I say, cheese on 12? And the manager looked at me and he said, cheese 6 on 12 there, son, and fix that paper cap, pull up that part, it's your pants down. You know? So that means make 6 cheeseburgers and 6 hamburgers. So some of you that, you know, did that, you can realize that, oh my gosh, she's actually telling the truth here. Yeah, that's exactly what happens in fast food, you know? And I'm so glad I'm not there anymore. And so the good news is I actually can't go from burger flipper to multimillionaire, but that's another story. So, but you know, and why do we point out that the burger flipper versus the Jack in the Box, or the Jack in the Box burger flipper versus the realtor? And what does that all mean? Well, the realtor does the same thing.